guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Derek, also known as Tap Peddler. This is my channel all about reselling in the UK. I sell on eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace and a couple of other platforms I'm investigating for 2022. Today I've been sorting out some amplifiers and I actually sold one last night which I listed yesterday, and I wanted to discuss the merits of selling as used or spares repairs. So I've got a couple of items here that may be interesting. See, I listed this yesterday. This is an Audiolab 8000A. It's an amplifier. Now, these sell for about £250 in perfect condition. And I think I looked at, yes, about 70 upwards, 70 to about 110, something like that, for parts, spares or repairs. This one is in reasonably good condition. It had a couple of issues. It worked, but I think it was the right hand side speakers were much quieter than the left hand side. Other than that, it appeared to work reasonably well. I mean, after I noticed that fault, I generally don't spend too long testing other stuff because obviously it's going to affect the value. But because this was such a sort of high-end amplifier, it's worth quite a decent amount of money. This would have cost me about £10, so there's a lot of profit in there. I did check all the other channels and they all seem okay, so it just seems to be that one channel. Now, looking on the internet, I could have repaired this. I could have bought a new capacitor and fitted it. That requires obviously soldering. It requires buying the capacitor, which from a quick Google of the part number was about £20 because it's quite a big capacitor. And I still don't know whether that would actually fix the issue. That's just going on a YouTube video I looked at, which wasn't even this model. It was just general amplifier repairs. It's something I want to look into more, repairing stuff, but I don't know whether it was worth it, because this actually sold last night for £120 plus postage to somebody who's happy for it to be spares or repairs. He repairs them himself and probably sells them on, I guess. So if you factor in the cost of repairing it, the time, the fact that it may not actually fix the issue, you know, because I'm no expert, so I'm sort of replacing stuff a bit blind. Okay, yes, I could get pretty much double the money, but is it worth it? I'm not so sure. I'm quite happy just to test something. If it works, fine. Obviously I can list it as fully working and tested. Then you've got other things that have issues. Now, I've got a couple of other examples here. I've got this Hitachi cassette player. Now this also works, powers on fine. The belts are completely perished. They're all just gunge. Now this item can sell for about £140 top end, but we're talking about £90 is probably what I'd get for it in this condition if it was working. But of course it's not working, and about £40 is the going rate for spares or repairs. So I'll probably list that for £50 and take offers on it down to the 40. Without replacing the belts. Now the belt kit is £28 from Germany, so it's a decent amount of money I've got to pay on top of the item. It's probably cost me £5. I can't remember, but it would have cost me about that. So then I've got quite a lot of money in the item. And again, it's the time. The belts do look quite easy to replace, but again, it doesn't necessarily mean that was going to be the only thing that's wrong with it. So it could be that once I replace the belts and I've spent my £28 on belts and the time fixing it, I don't know, one of the outputs that doesn't work on it, and then I've got even more problems. So yeah, I'm probably better off listing that for £50, I think, instead of £140. Pretty much, again, if I fixed it and the belts did fix the problem, talking about doubling the profit on that. So, but £140 was really top end. I think it was in mint condition, the one that sold. Whereas mine is probably going to be more than sort of £90 to £100. That's the sort of thing I've sold before for that sort of price. And then I've got this item. This again is another amplifier. It's a Leak 2000 tuner amplifier. Now this was completely dead. No power at all, doesn't power on. I did hear a slight buzzing from the back of the unit, so there is power going into it. I've checked the fuses, they all seem fine. There was a dodgy switch on the front here. It basically doesn't work. So I thought maybe that's the problem, maybe it's just permanently off. So I reconnected the wires up temporarily to check whether they basically to force it to be on all the time, and it still didn't work, nothing happened. So again, what do? Do I spend more time with a multimeter checking different things out? It's probably capacitors or something like that. Maybe even just something as simple as a fuse buried deep in the unit. I did check all the visible fuses. There was about 3 or 4 in there. But yeah, they just completely dead. So the sale price on that is again about £140 if it's fully working. But it can sell for as low as about £70. And they can sell for up to about £50 spares and repairs. So I think I'm just going to put that on £50. It would have cost me probably £5 to £10 to buy from a car boot sale. So I'm still making profit. I'm not spending too long on it. I've already spent probably about 20 minutes messing about with it already. So yeah, it really depends on when you want to cut your losses or just accept a smaller amount of profit versus spending a lot of time on an item. Because if I were to buy, say I buy some capacitors or belts for the cassette player, I've got to put the item away in my storage. I've got to wait until those items have arrived. Then I've got to get them back out again. I've got to take the back off again. I've got to fix the issue, which is bound to take between half an hour to an hour of my time up. It's not like these are the only items I've got, so if that was the case, maybe I possibly would get the parts and fix them. But I've got a stack of items to get listed. So yeah, spares and repairs I think is the way. But let me know what you think. Should I try and repair these things more? I would like to have a little bit more knowledge on this sort of stuff, and I am starting to research it a little bit. Because I do want to look at repairing things a little bit more than I do now. Because if it's something quick and easy, and I can diagnose that fairly quickly, then it may be worth it. But I think in the majority of the time, if it doesn't work, spares or repairs, let somebody else get it slightly cheaper. I still make a profit. They get a cheaper item. They can fix it because they've got the knowledge and the time. And if they're going to use it as an end user, they're going to want to make it nice for themselves, or if they're selling it on as a higher grade item, fully refurbished, then they're going to spend time fixing stuff anyway. And everybody's getting their cut then, aren't they? So yeah, let me know what you think and what you would do. And if you're a reseller, what do you do? Let me know in the comments. It'll be interesting to read all of those. So I hope you found that interesting. And let me know, like I say, in the comments your thoughts. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and think about subscribing if you're not already subscribed to the channel. So I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.